how would you like to be in a rider league? An Uber.
Bro, I got the
league.
email from Uber on this literally like 15 minutes before the show. There is so much inconsistencies in this. That's why I asked Uber, because when I do get it from the drivers, look, I trust the driver community, but sometimes, you know, they Photoshop shit and stuff like that. And I was like, Uber, is this real? Is this like happening? I got this from two drivers and from two different states. In fact, Uber said, well, thanks for checking on this. The other one was called the Blue Diamond League. And they said, well, blue was not supposed to be there. So I said, there's so many inconsistencies in this. And on the one on the left, the one Blue Diamond
that was a bug
from Florida. And they said, oh, we removed blue. It's supposed to just mean diamond. I'm like, I'm supposed to catch this fucking thing for you guys. I'm not sure. And the one on the left is from another state. This one says Weekly Gold Rides League to win up to 180. So the major inconsistency in this, Chris, so this seems like a competition. Okay.
Well, it says compete with other drivers in your area by completing ride trips each week. Track your rank on the leaderboard as you climb toward the top. The leaderboard resets every week, giving you a new chance to win. So you can opt in by a certain time. The competition starts when it'll show when it starts and ends. Obviously, it's going to change week to week, and the leaderboard updates in real time, so you always know where you stand.
Ants rejoice.
And what?
Ants rejoice.
So
they're all going to kill each other.
Well, I mean, hey, drivers who complete the most ride trips and finishes in the reward zone will. So that sounds like it's a whole nother thing, because you have to have a reward zone now. Will win a reward of first place of $200, then second place 180, 160, 140, 120, 100, 95, 90, 85, 80, and 10th place. So top 10 drivers get some sort of bonus.
So how many places are there? How many winners?
10.
Okay, so let's go to the next screenshot.
Do you want to read the fine print or what?
No, I don't want to read the fine print, but let's go to the next one. And then do you see where it says, go to the right screenshot and read that? Read the first two sentences.
Which one?
The one on the right.
For each league will offer rewards. Okay. So each league, each league will offer rewards for the top 5 eligible drivers who complete the most trips during the eligible period. Drivers must complete at least one trip during the eligible period to be eligible for rewards. Reward payouts will be listed on the entry card for the league. In the event of a tie for any position, rewards will be issued to the driver who was the first to complete the last trip. Only trips completed during the eligible period will be considered for rankings and rewards. So that means if you finish the ride at 12:02 and it ends at 12, too bad. You ain't getting it. It's got to be completed.
But you left already. You got the part, right?
So it says top 5. Well, you know what, though? Here's the thing. So was this the same person that had the 10? Nice. Nice.
So go back to the old one. Go back to the last one. Okay, do you see those two, the one the black and the one white?
Yeah.
The one in the white is from the Florida driver, because you see the top price is $200 on that. That was the Blue Diamond. The one on the right is the gold ones, the 180. You see that?
Yeah.
But on both of them, it shows top 10, but then if you go to the small print, it shows top 5. Folks, first of all, if you're going to do this, I'm not against doing this. It's extra couple $100. Okay, whatever. I don't know how many trips you have to do, because that's like FOMO,
Uber
eating flesh. So I sent it back to Uber. I go, oh, Uber, we appreciate saying that. He go, oh, Uber's response was, Serge, you talked about this 2 years ago. We usually do this with new drivers, but now we're opening it as a perk, as an Uber Pro, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I remember them doing this.
Yeah, but Chris,
it was just so not
who comes up with this? That you go from the first screenshot to the second screenshot, instead of top 10, it's only 5. Which one is it now?
Well, first of all, Uber, you better correct that, because 2 things. That's deceptive practices and that's bait and switch.
What?
So if you're showing that you can win a reward for up to 10th place, and you're saying in the fine print 5, that is deceptive and bait switch tactics. So if you don't want some 3-letter agency or an AG coming down your throat, you may want to switch that immediately and go switch the fine print to say 10th or 10, or switch where it says the most rides will go from first to fifth.
Okay.
Just to clean up your mess.
I said that to them. I go, there are so many inconsistencies in the screenshots. I go, and I said, screenshots are self-explanatory. I said, they're going on the show today. You're more than welcome to watch it. But then here are the screenshots, and I attached screenshots to my response. The same screenshots we're showing here. So I'm going like the last Lyft comment I made, right? Who comes up with this shit?
Hey everyone, Sergio here with the Rideshare Guide. What do we say on Show Me the Money Club? Work smarter, not harder. If you aren't using the Solo app, which I have been for the past year and a half, you may be working a lot harder than you need to. Let's change that. Download the app, link your account where you can manage your income, track your expenses, as well as your taxes. Not only that, but you can plan by optimizing your time, make more money, and even guarantee your daily pay with guaranteed earnings. Download the Solo app today. Begin to work smarter, not harder. Link is in the description. Let's get back to it.
Look, honestly, I mean, it's not a bad idea if you want to get out there and take the
I am not saying it is.
But the inconsistency is the huge thing. So you got to make sure. I mean, like, come on. How did this pass by your lawyer, your team of lawyers, and get the green light, the rubber stamp?
Screw the lawyers. How does this pass your boss at the marketing department?
Because they say, hey, guess what? No, because here's I'll tell you exactly why. Because the way they pitch it, this is the way they pitched it. I know for a fact. I'm going to put money down that this is how they pitched it. They said, hey, you know what? Instead of offering every driver bonuses, let's do this. You know, we were doing this new driver league where drivers could new drivers could the more rides that they got, the more they won when it came to like this placement. But here's the thing. Here's the cool thing. We don't need to give them bonuses anymore. We can put this in lieu of that. So now we're only paying, we can say 10 drivers on the front end, but we'll put in the fine print 5 drivers. So out of all the drivers that are participating in this, only 5 drivers will get a bonus. All the other drivers are SOL.
Yeah, but you know what's going to happen? Somebody's going to become 6th on this fucking competition, right?
And then sue
and
the
guess
shit
who's
out
going to
of
get the fucking email? Who's going to get the email on that one?
You
me. The next 5.
I would say get the lawyer to get the email.
I'm going
that's
like,
what
bro,
needs to happen.
Why am I fucking Uber support? Just go fucking call AI support, Uber, whatever. No, I'm glad to get their emails, but Uber, this is ridiculousness. I'm not against this competition, and I would actually like to see. I'm going to keep in touch with these drivers, and then at the end of this, I think the one in Florida, the one in the middle, was going to participate. And first, I warned him. I go, by the way, if you're not top 5, you're probably not going to get anything. But he goes, it's top 10. I go, no, read the small print. It looks like it's 5. Number 2, I would like to see the leaderboard. How many trips you had to do? Like, how many trips you had to do to get the $200 cheese? And I'm like, yeah. So Uber, honestly, you're like a $200 billion company. I mean, I would, if I was sending out something like this, I would make sure that I proofread it, because this is not a ping. You have more than a ping time to read this thing or send it out. And so let me know, guys, if you have
gambling now on Uber.
Yeah, again, but well, actually, you know what this is, right? You know what this is called? You know the movie Hunger Games? Yeah, like, let's have them all eat. Let's have them eat the same loaf of bread, and there's nothing left. And the top 10, or hold on, not top 10, top 5. Like,
look, if you're Raphael in Boston, if you're our Atlanta Iron Man that we're going to be talking about later, if you're some of these top drivers already, I mean, you're probably going to place the top 5 no matter what.
But Raphael will kill this.
But I mean, look, I don't mind that, but I think they should do like maybe some tiers or something. Because if they're only doing, I mean, if you're doing like literally like one market per placement, that's going to be really tough unless you are actually
Well, no, this is two different markets, and they said
no, I know, but I'm saying like if you are participating in one market, you're not participating against other markets. You're only participating against the drivers in your market. But unless you're
that's the other
actually out there
question.
doing it full time, 12 plus hours a day,
Yeah.
you probably aren't going to get it.
You know, this is also connected to the low AR issue, right? Right?
Yeah.
I
Oh yeah.
mean,
Of course
yeah,
it is.
like because a lot of part-timers might foolishly try to get some of this cheese. And please don't do this, folks. If you're a
See,
part-timer,
here,
don't
you know
fuck
how
around with this.
here's the best
Fafo,
part.
no fafo
You know
here.
how each map we've seen have different surge maps,
Yeah,
and
of course.
you may get like different ride or same ride coming in at different prices that we've exposed before.
Sure.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised that they say, "Oh, hey, guess what? You're in 6th place in the leaderboard, and you're a part-time driver. Did you know if you gave a few more rides, you could make it into 5th, maybe, and you know, place in the top 5th, top 5, or if they actually change it to 10th place." You know, they could say, "Oh, you're 12th, but if you give a few more rides, you can get into 10th for a bonus."
You know,
and so they could curtail. And then all of a sudden, the real ratings come out, and they're like, "Yeah, you were like 2,000th."
Yeah, exactly. And you know, you guys should go seriously. You guys should go to our website and read my article week after that one came out that Lyft did not like, which was about behavioral scientists and how well they get paid by Uber. You know what they will have on this? I guarantee it, because it's not in LA. This is in Florida and another state. You know, they have that bar that moves up every time you do a trip, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's all psychological, you know. They want you to they want to track you that. And I wrote a great article about behavioral science and how they train you guys like Pavlov's dogs. And I'm going like, yep, this is one more. So this is another attempt to improve AR. Look, man, if you're a full-time driver, I got nothing against it. You can cherry pick and probably.
The good thing is though, it's drivers who complete the most road trips or ride trips. So if you are doing short rides to begin with, you know, you can knock off a ton in a very short amount of time. So if you're doing, you know, short rides to and from that are always like kind of the normal, you could really benefit from that versus drivers who are like, oh, I'm going to take this one out to here because the dollar amount's high, and you know, I'm going to this one's crap, and I'm just going to accept them all. So, you know, hey, there's definitely ways to be smart about that too.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll see what Uber says. I mean, I'm trying to help them out here. It's like, well, it says top 5 and the other one says top 10.
I think the biggest thing is right now, Uber, what you need to do is you need to fix that, because otherwise you're going to have a real big problem coming up.
I'm going to have a problem.
No, I mean, I think that's going to be even worse. So
I was 6th. I didn't get my money. And then imagine if you're 6th and Uber says, oh, no, it's only 5. Read the small print. And then they go to support. And they go like, where's my money? Like,
well, I think that's where you find 6 through 10 and hire a lawyer and go at them everything you can.
I guess so. Anyway, so if you have this in your city, please send them to me. Screenshots to me, Sergio@rideshareguy.com. And especially if you do participate in it, and let's see where you ended up. Send me the winners list. This is a 1-week-long contest, by the way. So
yes, good luck, Godspeed, and take some shorties. All right, thanks for watching. That short little clip was from our live stream, Show Me the Money Club with Sergio and myself, Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you subscribe, turn on all notifications so you'll be notified when we go live, as well as all of our awesome content. Make sure to check out this video right here, which will take you to the entire live stream, or check out this video right there. All right, drive smart, everyone.